Ooh. It's coding time. It's coding time. It's game development time. Work was really fun. Honestly, though, I'm really glad to be home. I think I've got a small start of a head cold. It's kind of kicking my ass a little bit, so I've been a little bit under the weather. Not the end of the world, but, like, it sucks when you don't feel good. Like I go to work, right? I kick ass all day, and then I come home and it's like, oh, you're kind of sick, and you don't have a lot of energy because you used all your energy at work. No fun for you, so... I'm here to adamantly be like, we're gonna make some fun! Rah! So, today's stream goals. This is, I like this. I'm actually probably gonna save this as a template moving forward, just so that, like, stuff can look a little bit more clean. Like, what are we doing today? Whoa! Check that out! Oh my god! Okay, so anyways. Today's stream goals. So first, our game over screens. I don't think they are going to work with the format of the game that I have moving forward. Also, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but like the original title screen for the game was literally just some floating text with like no background or anything. So the game over screens for whether or not you win or lose are kind of doing the same thing right now. So I want to go through and I want to finalize that end title art. So that's actually going to be the first part of the stream. It's just a vibe art stream. Conceptualizing the play screen. So I'm going to be moving stuff around. So I actually can like doodle this real quick. So like if we have, what's my hotkey for square rectangle tool? I want that rectangle. So like if this is our play space, right? And I'll make that a little deeper. Be like more pixels. There we go. More. There we go. So if this is like our play screen, actually I hate that now. Hold on. There we go. So if this is AO deeper. Let's go, RZ. How are you? So if this is like our play screen right now, the old one had like the thing set up here like this. Where it was up at the top, and this was like the little branch thing. Remember where it had like the little icons? People might remember this from the playtest. And then like the dialogue box was here, and then you had like your choices here, here, and here, right? So, and I'll fill this in so you guys can see it a little bit easier. But it's like, you know, ooh, okay, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. So this is kind of like what the old screen looked like. And moving forward, I think I want to go to something that looks a little bit more like this. So it'll be like this, and then the bottom part of the screen will be like all dialogue, but then there will also be little subsections that are built into the dialogue box for like the choices that you can take. So it's like the dialogue will actually be a lot smaller. So it'll literally just be like dialogue is here, and then your options are, ooh, the wrong color. And then your options are like right here. And I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with this top space, because now we just kind of have some open space. Without spoiling too much, I know I need a small spot open towards the top that is going to be a rewind option, because if you do a certain ending, you basically get like an ability to manipulate what like choice and stuff you're on. So I know I need room for that somewhere. But I really liked this idea of letting the players have like choices that are like, so these purple would represent like, you know, like attack the whatever. Hey, whoop whoop. How are you, Jonas? We're just going over, I'm trying to conceptualize like our new menu concept, like the new gameplay. Because like if I have, like if I'm gonna have this little extra option here for like play reasons, I'm thinking what I could do is up here, I could list where the player is. Like, so instead of doing branches, it could be the location that the player got to. Oh, you got, ooh, that's good. I'm glad you got so much done on your engine. That's awesome. Because like I don't think a little bit of dead space will be bad, because like this could bump up a little bit. You know, like these could bump up, these could bump down. And if we have like a little bit of dead space around the edges, it'll make it not feel so tight and compact. So I don't think that that's a big deal. I just want to make sure that I'm leaving enough room for everything without, like, I'm actually proud of myself. There was some scope creep that was, okay, good. I'm really glad that the music is vibe-worthy, because that is what I'm trying to set up for my streams, is like a cool, not quite ASMR because I'm too loud for that, but I could pull my microphone down a little bit and become ASMR God, but I'm not going to do that. But, like, I want to make it make sense. I want to utilize the space correctly, and I want it to make sense to the player very quickly while they're playing. Like, oh, here are the choices, here are the options, here's what's happening, without it being like a super confusing mess. So That's going to be the second option today, is we're going to finish conceptualizing our play screen area. And then if we finish those goals and stream is going well tonight and I'm being productive, I'm going to code like crazy. But if I'm not feeling it, I might call it. But I don't think I'm going to. I had a lot of fun because last night was the first time I've done like a 2-hour stream with that little 3-minute break in the middle. And it was perfect. Like the correct number of people came out. Everyone was super active in chat. I saw some people I hadn't seen in a while. It was really cool. So not doing a 24-hour stream. Not anytime soon. That being said, the 22nd of this month, so like 4 days ago, 5 days ago, whatever, I did get 2 weeks of PTO and 2 weeks of paid sick time. So I might at some point take some days off. What if you give 100 subs? So what? That's like, playfully, that's like what? I would get half the cut of that. Twitch would get the other half. So like, if you donated 100 subs, that's $500. I would see about $260 of that. So that's $10 an hour. You know. Okay, so RZ, don't donate it yet. I have to clarify with Miss Prism if that's a serious offer. Let me talk to Mrs. Prism and see if she's okay with me. Yeah, dude, I'm doing the quick maths. I have to, man. But like, it's also $800. Oh God, that's a lot, dude. I think you were just doing it for the bit, but like I was like thinking, I was like, what if? I would like to do like an 8-hour stream one of these days though, where I just wake up and I know what I want to do and just knock out a micro game in one day, where it's like, you guys want a platformer? Here's a platformer devlog. I did it for 8 hours. I'm gonna edit it on YouTube and pull out a bunch of shit, and then we're gonna go nuts. Oh no, it won't make it here, dude. It'll die. Okay, let's get into it. Let's do some art while we're memeing. Okay, so gotta think about this. So open. I need my art assets from. So let's go Rainbow Files, Aster's Awakening, art assets, and let's grab the A sprite. Okay, so this is what we're working with. So this is the title card, and I want to use something similar for the rest of the gameplay. So I'm just deciding what I want to do real quick, because a couple things might have to be. I'm gonna open up all this stuff so we have all the stuff that we've worked on for the game so far. Because like, this box looks phenomenal. What is the sprite dimensions on this? 600 by 240. Oh right, because it doesn't take up the full space. Okay. And then let's check the sprite size. 600 by 44. So if I theoretically grab this bad boy, because I want to, this is kind of the idea that I've got. Now that we're like jumping into it, I want you guys to just visualize it with me. I kind of want to do something like, okay, we can make that work. How many pixels I got to shave off this bad boy? What, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to shrink the size on this. And then we're going to just like grab this corner and grab its vertexes, right? So actually, let's grab this whole contraption right here and just, there we go. Right? So now we got this like sick ass thing. And sprite size, do we double it back up? Yeah, double it back up. Go to my other art, get rid of that. Okay, now with my shrunk, or with my, yeah, with my shortened boy. Let's see if I did that correctly or not. Because I kind of want to like start painting out the idea that I have for you guys. Okay, that might have been almost perfect. In fact, I think it was. Did I get that perfect on first try? You know what? It should be just 2 pixels wider so that that all locks in together. Kind of like how this bar down here locks in with that. Because I do think that that could look really cool. Like, oh shit! Epic Gamer of Epicness. I love the name, dude. How are you? Thanks for checking out my channel. Oh wait, so hold on. That one was actually off by 1. There we go. Because this is what I'm kind of thinking the play screen might look like. Is like have the dialogue up here and then have the choices here that the player can select, right? So it's like, because something that you guys told me in the previous alpha that I heard loud and clear was that there was just a little bit too much dialogue, and I definitely want to dumb it down this time. And we could also do something like this, where we could, like, latch it up like that, right? So that it looks like it's, like, organically, like, hooked in here. So, like, let's grab some color. Right? Yeah. Might need to do something down like that down there, too, then. Or maybe by making it blend into the sides. Hold on. Okay, so we conceptualized this. We just need it to be 2 blocks wider. So let's... Okay. And now let's just go 1, 2. And that'll be easy to fix. I don't mind fixing that because I can just go copy paste. There we go. And now that should be correct dimensions. Oh, but the size is not correct because there we go. There we are. Copy. Well, let's try that in the dialog box now that it's the correct length where it'll just lock right in. Okay. Oh, up 1. Right. There we go. Create like a nice little square. Is that what I want? Is that what I wanted? Yeah. Looks like a nice little terminal. Ba-doop. Then we'll just line that up a couple more times. I think that looks pretty good. The only thing that I might need to do is possibly add in... Oh, there we go. Let's add in the shading through here. And then it's filled in at the corner, so it'll be like this. I feel like it's a little bit more impressive to look at. It's got just a little bit more going on where it's not too overwhelming. And the idea that I'm also having is that this is something I probably won't add because I don't want to scope creep myself too hard. But I had this idea to make it accessible because I have one friend who I'll keep them anonymous, but their story not so much. They ended up getting into like a terrible injury of some kind where their brain got a little bit screwed up, and so it's really hard for them to respond in full quick time, like their motor functions are shot and stuff. So I kind of liked the idea of also, like, I might do this with parent objects, but basically create that you can use the mouse and hover over it and then click on it, but you could also press a key binding for each option so that it's like you could play with a mouse or a keyboard just for full accessibility. So like you could just sit there with all your fingers across all 3 keys and then read and then choose your option. I'm not sure if I'm going to implement this right away just because I'm trying to be very careful about my scope creep and not getting super out of control like I always do. But I did think it'd be fun to like also start doing icons that are associated with like what you're doing. So it's like, you know, there could be like an eyeball for like, I'm investigating this, or like a foot, you know, for being like, I'm running away. So then it's like, you would have the text here that's like, you know, text goes here. Text, text, text. There we go. And I feel like that's a good spot. Because, like, this is still more than enough room for a lot of the dialogue. And this will actually help limit me from getting out of control like I've been doing. Because I want to keep the dialogue, like, short and to the point. And I think, since it's not going to be a visual novel, just, like, being mostly, like, a story novel, I think giving the player, like, a more loaded interface like this feels a little bit more engaging. Because, like, having a colorful UI will be, like, really interesting. Where the player's like, whoa, like, all this really cool shit is happening. So, this is kind of what I'm feeling confident about so far. I think this looks good. I think it'll be easy to do draw events and like pull it all together. I might honestly make this the new dialogue box. Figure out where I need to redraw the XY dimensions to, because it used to be top, like middle center. Now it would need to be top center and like slowly fill its way down, and then we just figure out what our limit is. Maybe have to push around some X coordinates and stuff. So I'm actually gonna pull all of this extra stuff off. Be like, get out of here. Go on, yeah. Okay. Because I could do this. deciding. So I got the dimensions right where I want them. So we'll save this as like header version 3. Save as header v3. Save that as a PNG so we can use it in GameMaker. Because we might not be using the text box now because these new headers are kind of cool. I might even use them on the title screen. So we might not be using this more limited text box. We might be using this as like the new text box, just because there's room for key bindings and icons to like make it more interesting. Even if I don't implement the key bindings right now, it's still a cleaner look. Yes? Let's just hold on. So let's import the new header that we just did. Bump. Let's see if this works with all of our code and everything, or if it's going to create like fun little Gallivant issues. I almost feel like it's a little too much now. I wonder if I capitalize the letters to make it bigger, like space it out a little bit more. I wonder if that would look better. Because I really like the idea that I'm going for here. Okay, so hold on. We're going to play with a couple other things with the code. Because this is going to be just kind of like a lot of screwing around right now. Parent objects, object dialog. So the horizontal align is always center. We like that. Where's our vertical align? Do we no longer have a vertical align? Did we just never do that? What? Raw set be align. And we want top. Okay, let's see what happens when we do that. Wait, so do I want it on bottom? That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Because I know what this is. This is the separation between every line of dialogue, and then this is the number of characters that are allowed per line. So I'm not worried about that. This code isn't working right now, so we have draw self, set as the font of Empire 9, because we have 4 different fonts we're running for our game right now. This was more for testing, though. V-align top, H-align center, because the options for this are left, right, or middle. So like, what happens if we do bottom, then? Am I just, like, am I flipping it in my head like a burger? Am I doing this the wrong way? Okay, I guess I am? Whoa, cheap viewers! Hell yeah! Wait, hold on. Kick. Oh, dude, that's such a hard name to kick. Oh, and then I can go slash kick. No, dang. Ah, whatever. You guys know I'm not going to buy viewers anyways. I already bought 5. Haha! Ha! Now, one of these days, I'm like, when I start getting more popular, I'll probably get moderators, but I'm not really worried about it right now, so. So if I do bottom and then do Y plus like 20, that should be fine, so. Does that mean that all of these have to be manipulated by variable levels of 20, though? Because it's probably why it's having such an issue. Let's test it real quick. I'll just boost this one by 20 and see if we have some black font that just starts appearing way up in the air. And if it does... Wait, that's lower. I don't understand that. Oh, Y plus 20, my bad. That would make the value greater, so it would go further down the screen. My bad. No, I don't want to exit. I'm having fun. I'm making a video game, Dad. Now this should make the black font fly up into the air. There we go. And I think that's where we want our font to, our text to about be. I think I'm going to do 25 just to pull it up a little bit higher. And then this will actually be pretty solid. I'm going to be feeling pretty good about this. Because, like, how is a room going to look when I do this? So, branch origin. Yeah, because I'm not going to need... I'll put that up there for now. We're gonna drag this down because this is gonna become basically the bottom of the screen. Is the grid set correctly? We're on snap right now. Let's turn snap off so we can get it just a little bit closer. Is that 8? That's an even number and I like that. That's good. Turn snap back on. Okay. That is gonna be a lot of space up there though, that I'm not utilizing. Man, that's gonna look and feel rough. This is why we're... Because I feel like it'll make everything else look super clean. Because you'll highlight them, they'll turn darker. I could set up art imagery, like, you know, draw to certain coordinates of the X and Y, because I could literally just be like, you know, if X and Y is like right here, then like it'll be really easy to just be like, you know, this will become like X minus 60, you know, effectively moving closer to the point of 0, and then this will be like X plus 60. So like the code for all of that will be super easy to set up, and I feel like that'll look good, but is it big enough? Because now I'm beginning to wonder if am I thinking about this too much and moving further into scope creep territory? The answer may shock you. Because the title looks good. Not sure if I like those. Go back to sprites. Because the thing is, like, with it being my first game, I just want to make sure that I do it right. But at the same time, I don't want to end up like putting so much effort into it that the game never comes out, because that's like a whole thing with game development, is putting in the right amount of effort and having fun with it, but like also not being like, it has to be perfect so everyone will like it. One of my friends constantly says that a game for everyone is a game for no one. Not necessarily sure if I like agree with that, but like I get the the concept that's like, if you try to make a game that literally tailors everyone, then you're not really making a game that anyone's going to enjoy. And I don't want to have to like redo all this other shit that I've been working on. Like, I've been making good progress. I have to just work on the story and figure out some title cards. So I'm actually gonna just go back and fix some stuff real quick. So we'll fix that. Go back to the branch origin that I was playing with. Move this back down here. Because, like, we can still do... If I do the choices right here, right? Is there enough room for me to do... Ooh. Oh, it's a sprite. I want an object. Origin branch. Here we go. Yeah, that's still enough room for me to do a bunch of choices. Like, there's still room for... Ooh. There we go. Yeah, that's still room for 3 choices. And if I need to implement something else, there's room right there. And does that leave enough room for the header object up above? Let's just use a sprite. I'll be like, we don't have this layer. Create the layer. Now, if I did something like that... Still leaves a lot of room for the text, though, that's just kind of hanging out dormant. So maybe that's why I was trying to move towards this module. Because, like, part of my head... Sprite, so Canvas. Let's move it to the bottom. Let's expand the top by, like, another... What, my resolution is 640 by 360, so I have another 120 pixels to work with. Okay. So this is what my game would be looking like right now. Like, we'd have some cool icons here, we'd have some options and choices. So first immediate thought is that I could shrink these in a little bit. So we could do that. We could shrink them in a little bit and give them a little bit of breathing room. Space them a little bit so there's just a little bit of space so you're not immediately sliding over them and just making a bunch of, like, noise. So maybe that's something we'll look into doing as well. Because I could... Because that would give me more room. Like, I could stretch this up a little bit. let's like edit, undo all of that and just go back to the base header, yeah? Because I'm gonna try something. So if I open up the room a little bit, let's say I put a few pixels between each of them, that's not gonna branch this gigantic gap. And I don't want the dialogue to be too long. Oh, you know what we could do? Check this out, because this is actually a pretty important feature in my opinion. So we take this entire bad boy, we lift it up a little bit, right? No, it was good right where it was at. Okay. So like, we could do like where you are in the game, like, you know, the location, and then I could do like down below, there could be like a quit game button, right? So like when you're like, hey, I'm done, I'm just gonna quit the game. Then like this is down here. Because I really do just want to make sure that I'm using the space as best I can. And I don't want to overcomplicate it. But I do want to make sure that it is a good time. Because like again up here, it'll be really fun. Like I could be like current location and then whatever the name of the location is, and then just have little icons here, right? And then that like ability that I was talking about that some playthroughs will get, like I could sneak that ability in like right here. So like maybe I just pull this down like one more pixel, right? Hold on. So let's just pull this down a few. Boop, boop, boop. Right. What's the distance here? 1, 2. 1, 2. Perfect. So that's even now. And then grab this bad boy. I think I cut side of it off. Hold on. Did I? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Okay, so right now, this would not make sense to the player. And I kind of love that. But that's kind of cool now, because it's like, this is a button that some of the players will need based on where they're going and what they're doing. Then here's like your 3 potential choices. And if there isn't a choice, I can just like darken it out. Like, you know, do like, you know, like maybe some options are locked. And so, oh, okay, hold on. Are you guys ready? I have to show you guys something. Sorry, this is really important. I just had a breakthrough. So now we have to go look at some Prison Break art so I can make sense of something to you guys. So for anyone who's watching, get ready and buckle up. Locked does indeed sound good. So here's what I'm thinking, right? So check this out. I think it was under my Lightsmith. Okay, so basically I have these like, see how like when the menu is there and the menu's not there, it goes black. So what I could do on this background of this is I could do one that has like lock pads or X's to be like, there isn't an option here. And then I could draw one of 2 things. That's like, if the player has done this thing, then this option appears. So it's like, then there are options, like, with how these menus are set up. Oh, it's so good. Wait, I can find a better, like, oh, well, here, like with the question marks, like where it's, oh, just kidding. That's not going to work for this one. Damn it. But yeah, like the whole point that I'm just trying to make is like how these menus, like there's an identical menu behind it that's darker, like it's deactivated or not active. It's like, I can do that if an option only has 1 or 2 options. I can just like deactivate the other options. But literally all I'm doing is drawing something over the top of it. So if something doesn't get drawn over the top of it, then it just has the lock icon behind it. To be like, yeah, there's nothing here, Chief. Like, there's no other options. And I feel like that would be really good because I can do that when people just straight up know like, oh, okay, this is just a continuous screen. There's nothing extra. But then if I put one option there where the background is like a lock, then they're like, wait, Like, there's supposed to be something here, and I don't have access to it yet. And then it gets people's, like, brain rolling of, like, well, how do I unlock that? Like, what do I need to do? And that's not adding anything more to my game. On the code level, it's adding a little bit, but I really just have to... Oh, I'm so excited. I just got fired up. Sorry, that was not ASMR. I'm so sorry for anyone who was using this for ASMR and left because of that. I hope no one left. Okay. So, the dimensions can actually stay the same. Yeah, because they will need that. That won't appear. So, if the player's value is less than... Game dev? Yeah, hell yeah! I'm sorry that I destroyed your ASMR. No playing, no game. Hey, I like your name. How are you? Welcome to my channel. I'm in. Let's go. How are you? So right now, dude, I'm awesome. Basically what we're talking about right now. So, real quick, just to give you kind of an idea of what we're working on. So I'm going to save this project. I always love it when new people come into chat. Yeah, no, it's always so exciting. I'm like, oh, a new person. Hey there, don't be shy. I got some snacks. No, they're running. Okay, so basically, we're working on... Yeah, let's go. And wait, there's more. No pressure. Like, actually no pressure. But we have a Discord for our community. I thrive on feedback from the community. So, like, if you are liking the channel, please consider joining the Discord. But, like, no hard feelings. Like, a lot of people just show up from Twitch. Some people are just Discord. But let me show you originally what we worked on. This is my first game. I technically made one game before this called Empowered, where you press a button and it says nice things about you. But this is our first, like, solid attempt at a video game. It's a choose your own adventure game. So, like, I knocked out all this, like, code, and basically all the rooms work like branches here, right? So it's like, you can see here, like, I have all these different branches, all these different endings that you can get. So here, I'll pause the music real quick so we can get fully immersed in our video game. Are you guys ready? Here we go! So, I got a lot of feedback from the community that, like, this is like, too much text, because there's literally 3 pages on here. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna turn the browser down just a little bit. There we go. So, basically, the thing is, people got excited because this ended up having, like, 25, 30 endings, but the thing is, like, you can see the page and what location you're on, but I ended up having, like, 7 lines of dialogue before the game even starts. And then, like, you get into the forest, and there's, like, these different paths you can take with these different options to, like, try out different things. And, like, you can go around these different places. And then you lose or you die. You know? And, like, that's pretty cool. But we put out a Google form. And I got a lot of feedback from the community that there were some things that were good about it. A lot of good things about it, but I ultimately felt like I did a little too much on the dialogue, and it's based on, I have a dream game I want to work on. That's going to take me like 10, 15 years to code. It's like a top-down Zelda, Borderlands, Diablo 3 looter shooter based on the color spectrum. I'm super excited about it, talk about it to everybody, but I am new to coding, so I have to start with basic projects. So all of my projects are based within that game world, so they're all canon. So as I get better at coding, I have, like, more canonic stuff that's happening in my game world. So the choose your own adventure, it used to be you could go across, like, 5 of the different regions, but that's what caused the lore to be so heavy. And so now I'm pulling it back just to one area. And, like, I have a very, like, well thought out plot versus, like, trying to be like, oh, you're gonna go save the world and you can go to any of these 9 regions and there's 80 endings, and scope creep happened and it fucking destroyed my game. So now we're remaking Call of the Chromatic, but as Call of the Chromatic Aster's Awakening. Woo! Woo! So that's what we're actively working on. So you're here for that. And we're basically figuring out the final few little, like, theming things I want to do. So back to what I was originally doing before I got excited. Oh, and let me turn the browser audio back up so you guys can hear your chill vibes music. There we go. Hell yeah. So, Main idea for people who weren't following is we are going to draw this dark style onto our dialogue box. We're going to do away with these boxes, and we're going to draw this dark one on there with X's to basically indicate, like, hey, there isn't an option here. And then when there is an option, it will be drawn on, and it'll either be a lock, meaning it doesn't do anything. It drew one of two sprites. So basically, it'll go room entry if certain values are met, and I'll have variables that have, like, you know, global and numeric values, and be like, if this variable is met, create this instance. If this variable is not met, create a locked instance. And then the locked instance will literally just be a lock pad that just, like, has question marks, basically being like, there is an option here, but you do not have access to the option. And then that will allow people to be excited and be like, oh, I have to explore around in other venues of the Choose Your Own Adventure game to figure out how to unlock this. And, like, maybe you needed to have done something first, or maybe you needed to, at one point where there was another choice, maybe you were supposed to bring someone else with you to help you get through this. And I think that was the final piece that I needed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to invert the colors of this bad boy. Yeah, I'm in the early stages of the game right now. It is a micro game. We did reach a donation goal, so it will be on itch, it'll be on Steam, and if I get my way, it's also going to be mobile friendly. But again, learning code, so there's still a lot to do. How about you? Like, have you worked on stuff? It sounds like you're familiar with Game Maker, so would love to hear about some of your stuff. Hell yeah. Oh, I don't have a page yet. Shit. I could have my first wish list right now if I had a page. That's okay. We'll figure that out in a bit. So how do I want to color this? I might have to do 3 colors for this. What colors do I use for the Lightsmith UI? Let me check this. We got this light dark, slight color, and then this darker color, and then we're using the middle color, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Well, sick. What is your first game then? I'd love to hear about it. So I think we'll do it like that. Darker color there. Then we can use the middle color there. The more that I interact with the Game Maker community, the more that I don't care if my game ever gets big or famous or not. I'm just having fun being like, yeah, video game. Okay, so let me make sure I did that correctly. Okay. Let's see, how does this look? Because now we could start just like pasting over them to be like, this is a locked option. So it needs to be, I think I shortened this one by accident by 2 pixels again. No, the Game Maker community is cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've hopped into the Discord a few times, and there's some definitely, like, trolly people in there that I just don't spend my time in there with, because they're just like, oh, well, like, my game is, like, infinitely better than anything you'll ever create. And I just leave, or I just deafen or mute them, depending on the circumstances. So there's, like, a few people that are like that, but I have found that most people in that community are wholesome as shit. And so I really like being around that group of folks. But, you know, it's like, it only takes a couple to ruin anything, so it's like, I don't let it ruin it for me. I just roll my eyes and go, okay, like, this is, they want to feel important, this is their moment, I'm gonna let them have it, and then, oh god, and then I ruined all of China. There we go. The idea for my next game, can't wait to work on it, but I want to make the Linux Max and cell phone version for Aqua Dream, and a publisher is doing the Xbox version? Holy shit! Your game is at, what? That's insane! Holy moly. Oh, wait. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, no. Wait, what is that? Oh, I've got an artifact on my screen. Get it out! It's gone. You're safe now. The artifact can't hurt you. There we go. That's so sick, though. Holy beans. Boop. No, no, no. Don't do that. No continuous. Just make that go away. Oh, I have to go all the way. There we go. Goodbye. Goodbye. I didn't expect to have an opportunity to put it on my console, but I'm very happy for the 1,000. Hey, man. You got there, right? That's all that matters. Like, that's what, like, a lot of people dream of, dude. Like, they're like, I want to make it big and make a cool game. And it's like, you did it, dude. Like, holy cow. That's so, so cool. There's like a celebrity in my chat, guys. What? Joking, of course, but like that's still really, 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 really cool. I just don't want to downplay it. Yeah, so we could like literally do it like this, where it's just like... There we go. Is that centered correctly? No, it's not. Oh, shit. Now I lost it. Okay, so let's get another one in here. Okay, is that centered correctly? It looks like it. No. So it would be right there. No. Right there, yes. But then what's going on here? This isn't correct. Something is screwing up, and I'm going to find it and fix it. Yeah, man. I just hope I can be there to be like, I knew him. He came into my Twitch chat. We talked once, and then he went off to be famous. So, I do think... Okay. New plan. This has been fun. I'm going to hold on to this as I'm actually going to take this, throw this over. I'm going to snip it. So I'm going to throw this into a hidden channel in my Discord. So we'll just like, work tasks. Blech. Just throw that there. What's this? Ooh, Miss Prism is messaging me. Okay. So now we're going to take arts. So now we're going to go file, open, and we're going to reopen the correct version of this file. Wait, seriously? I wouldn't say no. That would be awesome. Yeah. Are you cool with that? Because I hate being like, oh, I'm poor. I can't afford $5. But like, yeah, I would absolutely stream it. Just be like, guys, check this out. This guy made this really awesome game. Okay, so we gotta go dialog box again. Okay, and this is the correct dimensions one, right? 600, 240, nice. Okay, so copy this to new dialog. So I need this to be a bit smaller now. So let's see if that works. Okay, I made sure it's an even amount. Hell yeah. Do you mind if I ask, like, just because I'm excited for you and, like, it'll give me some insight and stuff, too? How much money did you end up making from Aqua Dream? Or, like, how much money have you made so far? Because, like, that's really cool. So, like that. Yeah, I want it like that. And then we'll do another one with, like, one space between them. Right? Is that 1 pixel's worth? That's 1 pixel's worth. Okay, perfect. This is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. We got it all drawing together. Oh my god. So now is that enough room for the dialogue? And I want to say yes because I can just boost the Y value. Holy shit. That's amazing. That's like genuinely amazing. Like I like my choose your own adventure, but I think without visual aids, I don't think that my game would like, not that I'm selling myself short, but I just don't think my game would do that well. That is amazing. Like, holy beans. Like, that's awesome. So I almost begin to wonder now. So dimensions of this bad boy, it hits the full width because the width of the room is 640. The height is 360. So I almost wonder if everything just gets included in the box now. Because, like, it doesn't need to have separate values. Well, I thought Aqua Dream would have made $200. So keep grinding, don't overthink things. That's my problem right now, is I'm definitely overthinking. Like, I think this part that I'm currently doing, I don't think this I'm overthinking. I think this rocks. I think I've got this figured out. So I can literally just mimic, like, boom, boom, right? Is that correct? Right there? Yeah, because it's literally just a diamond away. So then we can go, woo! Right? I do that right? Nope. Such a solid attempt, but... Wait, it didn't touch it, though. Wait, did I screw this up? No? Okay, I just need to go up one more like that. There we go. And then zoom out a little bit. So I was thinking a lot when making it. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm actually curious about that too. How did you get the following? Like, did you already have a following? Like, did you have like a big social media platform or a big Discord or something? You were just like, hey, yo, gang, come check out this game I made. And then they just like, were like, yeah. Oh, this is still one too long. That's the issue I'm running into. But fortunately, now that we're at this point, that's actually a really easy fix. So first, we're just gonna cut this down in half while we're working on it because it's literally the same thing. It's just smaller dimensions. And then we'll literally just grab all of this. And then we'll just pull it over. Yeah? Is that all I needed to do? Now that should be correct across the entire thing. It is awesome. And then how did I do my X's? I gotta see this. I might actually just copy and paste it. Give me that. Why reinvent the wheel when it's right there? Got him. I almost feel like that feels a little awkward somehow. Is it just... Do I just need to clean that up and then we're good? I think that's okay. God, I hate doing that, man. I think that looks okay. I think I'm being a little hypercritical on myself because on a lot of my other menus, I have flipped the color vertexes. The game did cost like $400 to make with the game maker fee, Steam fee, custom music, cover art, but still happy that I made the money back. Yeah, for real, man. That's insane. So do I want to... Because if I limit myself to the color palette of this bad boy, right? I'm on the base layer. So this is my darkest color. This is my brightest color. Do I need to swap these around somehow? Okay, so low default palette. So I'm using that as my lightest. That's my darkest. Do I just need to do my darkest there? No, because that pulls away from the depth. Or do I want to do darker there? Well, there we go. That might be it. That kind of helps push it out a little bit. Yeah, let's try that. There we are. Yeah, that makes it look a lot better. Send the key via Discord. Just tell me if you want a Steam or PlayStation key, and I'll send it to you later on. Steam key, please. I do have a PlayStation, but it's my girlfriend's. I am from the USA. How about you? Oh, you were talking... Oh, no, you aren't, because you were talking about the Canadian money. That's right, my bad. I'm like, oh, cool. You must be as well. Because that's where I'm from, and I don't have perspective. You son of a gun. Okay, so this feels good so far. I can just go over and just blast these real quick. Oh, French Canadian. That's awesome. Are you bilingual then? And then do I want to possibly swap this color so it's a little bit more themed? It does make it look a little bit more dead, like there isn't an option there. Because like these... I don't know. I guess it makes the color pop a little bit more, but I kind of also just like that for being like... I almost wonder if I should add in... Do any of my vendor boxes have, like, a little bracket? Because I feel like that should be the next thing I work on. Is, like... Because I kind of like just this pink outline for the text. But I feel like now with how limited the text is going to be, I should have, like, another bracket here. Sprite, canvas size. Hold on. We're gonna... So what, if it goes up to it was 240 and I could go up to 360, so I want this to be 180. We'll slam that to the bottom, expand up the top. There we go. The language is French, but almost everyone knows. Everyone, true. But our language is so awkward and janky. Oh. Our language is so rough. I can just get away. Can I just like... Oh, no, not like that. That was horrible. It's like, let's just grab like halfway, copy, paste, flip. Well, you know what? Oh, ad break's about to start. Hell no. We're snoozing that. Get out of here. Something like that could go pretty hard too. I really like that. Do the key bindings here so that the player can see them, highlight over them. Oh, please, that would mean so much to me. I'm really just like, the biggest thing is like, I talk about this a lot where I don't really want like numbers, but having people who chat and interact is so huge to me because I like, when I like post on the Discord, I'm like, I want feedback. Like those reactions or like the votes on Google Forms and stuff are so valuable to me. So finding people who just like want to like intermingle in that fun game developer space, like I'm so excited about that stuff. I'm on Blue Sky. I have a YouTube. I also have a Ko-fi, but that's like for donations and stuff. I don't have any goals right now, so I'm like, my community has spoiled me and taken really good care of me. They're just patiently waiting for me to actually build a game because they keep donating. So I could... I wonder... Okay, so... If we... The text is here for where you're going. Wait, hold on. What other socials do I have? Sorry, ADHD is also a very big part of my brain. So we've got Ko-fi, we've got Twitch, we've got YouTube, we've got Blue Sky, we've got Discord. YouTube link error 404. Hold on. To my YouTube link? Oh no! I'm sorry, here. This one. I forgot, I gotta fix that. Thank you. I'm gonna make a note of that right now. Fix. Oh, that's a paper plate. Hold on. Sorry, I was trying to write on a paper plate. Community feedback. Fix. YouTube. Link. On. Twitch. Frowny face. There we go. Feedback written. Perfect. Okay. All right. We are almost done. Not quite. So let's just grab this bad boy, copy paste. Awesome. Paste. Oh, that won't do. That won't do one bit. I'm also learning, here this week, I've made a, oh shit, no, do that one. But then let's, I'm actually learning video editing software because right now every single one of my VODs starts with a 10-minute countdown timer, and I use that to get rid of the ad wall on Twitch. There we go. Yeah, is that right? Why does it feel off? It's not off, I'm just staring at it too much. Hell yes. I'm so excited about this. So I looked at DaVinci and then I immediately got confused. So I looked up two like 20-minute videos that I'm gonna watch tonight so I can better roughly because I've never edited a YouTube video in my life. but I want to start learning how to, because I already accept that all my devlogs and everything I've made up to this point are going to be like elementary grade, because it's literally just exporting a Twitch VOD and it looks terrible and it's laggy and shit. But moving forward, like when I start the next game, I want to have all the videos and VODs and stuff upgraded to that next level of ass kickery. So dialogue goes there. We got the options here. I got some space down here, so like we could probably do like quit game down here. Like I could literally probably even do it just like this. Where like we grab this, right? Go copy paste. And literally have it just like clunk onto the bottom. Ooh. Not as perfect of an art as I would have liked it to have been. Oh no, we screwed it. Okay. And then we just go plunk. Maybe. Something like that. Plunk. Oh, happy birthday, kitty. I should be completely fine with DaVinci. Dope. No. No ads. Okay. Just what else will we need? I could add a settings menu while they're playing, but then it's kind of unnecessary. Because I feel like I could do a settings menu. Because my brain right now is thinking like down here, we could just do like another quit game button so that if someone's like not having fun, they could just like click this to reset the game. Oh, we love big fat cats in this house. And I still think I want to do something up here that like is like, this is where you're going and this is what you're doing. So maybe, because I think this is enough space for the text, because this is going to keep me fairly limited, and I really like that to be like, you approach the cliff facing, and like blah, 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 and it'll still be descriptive, but it'll just be like 3 or 4 sentences, and then you make a choice, and then 3 or 4 sentences and make a choice. And that'll be way better than double paragraph from hell. So I think up here, I could still do like your current location and stuff. Oh, that's horrible. Word. I could like, this could be like your current location and blah, blah, blah. And then we could do like icons up here just to make it like fun and pretty. Because then like the text is here. So you're like, da, 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 da. What do you do? And then like we've got our text and icons here and our locked options. And then maybe I'll put that feature I keep talking about, but I don't want to spoil anything. Maybe I'll put that feature down here so that it's like for the first part of the game, you don't have it. But then when you get it, you do the thing down here. I think that could work. And that feels good to me. So let me grab the header one more time. Let me change its colors back. Okay, there we go. And you're gonna have to half your size so that you fit. Let's copy paste. Nope, not that one. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling that, because then the other option can go down here. And there's still a little bit of breathing room, but I think that that's a good thing. Hey, how are you, girlfriend? How are you? Oh my god, girlfriend, we had another cool game developer come in here, and they made a cool fish game, and they made like 800 bucks off of it. They're from Canada. It's super cool. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry. Is work bad? Work is probably bad if that's your reaction. Definitely want to start mimicking the colors that we're doing here. Yeah? Just makes everything look a little bit more... Oh, I see. That's going to be the problem. Okay. No, it's super kick-ass. Like, and I figured out a bunch of stuff with my menu, so art is going really well. Yeah, like, here, I'm gonna snooze that one more time. Okay, so in 7, yeah, fishy game. It's called Aqua Dream, and I got a code for it. We're gonna stream it. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so I'll just do that, and then we'll brush in the new one. Not a big deal. So I'm gonna see how that looks real quick. Just flipping the colors. Boop, boop, boop. Wait, did I miss something in chat? Oh, you're allowed to just be burnt though. You're allowed to be done with people, especially after yesterday. You get a pass. You're allowed to just be done with people, honey. Do I like that? No, because everything else is bright. For the dialogue box area, I like that being dark. Wait, so do I want to flip this then, maybe? Okay, so hold on, we'll do this. We'll swap this to this color. And then grab these colors. And then we'll be like, you're dark, you're light. Do we like that more? It kind of pushes up on the area and makes it pop a little bit more. I kind of like that more. No, I'm sorry. I'm absorbed in my art. I love you. Oh, and no play, no game, obviously. That's my girlfriend. They're at work right now. I get off work like 5 hours before them. We have the same days off, but like I start at like 11 and she starts at like 2, and she works 10s and I work 8, so it's like we don't see each other all day. So she comes in here and she harasses me because she's literally the world's greatest girlfriend. And I love her so very damn much. There we go. I think that'll make it look better too. Yeah, get it. And then do we shave it? Do we shave? I think the shaving looks okay. Yeah. I think it makes it look a little cleaner. I'll have to check something though, because previously when I was doing the highlight thing, like making it a little bit see-through, I was changing the alpha's image, or the image alpha. So yeah, no, no, the girlfriend is a gigantic W. She's awesome. Yeah, if they don't harass you, then yeah, they're not a partner. I think I like that better. We really are starting to fine tune on how I want all this to look, and I'm really excited. But I do think that, like, take that color, go boop boop, go dark. There we go. Okay. So this is good. It could. Deciding what I want to do from here now. Enough room for the dialogue. Current world location, because that'll become important to the players. Or it'll just be fun. It'll help with the theming of, like, you're in the forest, you're in the cave, you know. And I could still do the endings up there. You know, be like, you know, ending number. I don't think I'm going to do the page number thing like I did last time, just because this game's a lot smaller, but I do think that the endings will still be labeled up here, and then you'll click one of the options, and it'll take you to the game over screen, which we still have to make. We got totally sidetracked with this really awesome new menu that we set up. And then, yeah, this will be the other option. Okay, so I will have to figure that. I'll probably do that off stream. I'm going to figure out all the dimensions on the codes on this stuff. But I really like this. That being said, these two parts down here, like I'm gonna snippet this again. So we're gonna snipe that. Open Discord. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah. Pending friend request. Give me that. Hell yeah. Okay, sorry, 1 second. Posting more stuff into the Discord. Okay, so there we go. So now for this piece of art, we don't actually need these bad boys here. So we're gonna just erase these. Oh God, we scraped the paint on the other art. Oh dear God. Actually, probably an easier way to do this is just grab full transparency. Make sure that's turned off, and then just start. Goodbye. It's fun dissecting art like that. I work so hard on it, and then I just snip it up. Dude, I'm like Thanos. I'm like Thanos snapping the art. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Goodbye. It's been fun. Okay. So this is our new sick-ass dialogue box. So you can sit your ass down in the corner. We're gonna retrim the canvas, sprite, canvas size, slam against the floor. We're gonna shrink the height back down to 120. Okay, and we are here. File, save as, dialog version 3, and there's no layer, so we'll save it as a PNG. Hell yes! Yeah! Okay, sorry. So what? We have our title, so we gotta do something like this that's like